Hey everyone, well, it is Tuesday night and I am leaving the Capitol after a very long day here. And we just had a meeting with the Democratic leadership of the House and are leaving the Capitol. Republicans did not show up for work again today. The House is closed yet again. This is week 5 of a complete lockout of the House, and of course it is day 28 of the government shutdown. And as far as we can tell, this Republican leadership doesn't have any plan whatsoever to bring the House back into session. And the president is overseas. They're not negotiating. There is no attempt to try to reopen the government. There are no discussions of a bipartisan plan to fix the healthcare crisis. And yes, there is the continued threat that the president would essentially starve 42 million Americans at the end of the week by not releasing SNAP benefits. Now, I want to explain a couple of things that have happened in the last 24 hours. Namely, we filed legislation during a very momentary pro forma session on the House floor today. It's very strange. Even though the House is locked out, they've been gaveling in and out every several days so that the Speaker can continue to do his own business, even though he's not swearing in Arlita Grijalva, even though he is not working on a bipartisan arrangement to reopen the government and save healthcare and feed Americans. But we were able during that momentary gavel in, gavel out to file legislation. We are calling it the Snap Back Act. This is legislation demanding and requiring that the federal government release SNAP and WIC funds to make sure that Americans can put food on the table. On Saturday, it would ensure that if there was a future shutdown in addition to the shutdown, that we would not have a lapse in funding. But let's be real. Let's be honest about what's going on. They are choosing to cut off food assistance to millions of Americans because there is already a contingency fund that is sitting there for this purpose. And there is literally billions of dollars sitting in the federal government for the purpose of ensuring that 42 million Americans, elders, veterans, and families feeding children can put food on the table this weekend, and they are choosing to not appropriate that money. So we are using every tool that we have access to. So this legislation, the Snapback Act, would require that they release those funds, that they could never in the future cut off funds during a lapse, that they would not block the states from putting funding through EBT cards, and that they would reimburse states and tribes who take emergency action in the next several days to shore up our food assistance programs, because we know that many states and tribal communities are looking to see if they can do that, because we're not going to let people starve. That's just not what we are going to do. And I can tell you that in New Mexico, I know our state government is looking at every single option. Our governor and our legislature, who took historic action just a couple of weeks ago to shore up the food system. And we didn't even know this was going to happen. We didn't even know that the Trump administration was going to cut off food assistance. But thank God that they had the foresight to actually take emergency action. So the state is looking at all its options. We have filed this legislation. We have sent letters. We have signed on to other legislation. And today, Democratic attorney generals for states across the country filed a federal lawsuit against the administration that would compel them to release those funds to make sure that SNAP benefits flow by Saturday on November 1st. So we're using every single tool that we have. We're also, as many of you know, we were home over the last week. We spent time with our food banks. We are working with our emergency food providers and our food banks to make sure that there is scaling up of food assistance. We are working on every single front. But, it's tough times out there. I know that you all are scared. It's not clear how this all is going to end, but we showed up for work. We are here fighting the fight here in the halls of Congress. And I want all of you to know that we are here, we are fighting for you, and we're gonna make sure that New Mexico and our people are okay. So I am sending you all so much love on this crazy Tuesday night, and I will see you guys on the other side. Bye, everyone.